Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go?
Hello and welcome to Intoxicated Masculinity. If it's Wednesday, we have a cocktail video coming at you today. We are going to do another equal parts cocktail. This one, so last week we did the Golden Cadillac and I had very little faith, not very little, I had some little faith that that cocktail was going to taste good. Turned out it tasted very good. It was very nice, very sort of desserty. The one we're doing this week I have less faith in, but it comes from the great Harry Craddock from the Savoy Hotel cocktail book, and it is called the Which Way cocktail. Hopefully it's not which way do you go to dump this thing out. The ingredients cocktail, I'm going to get into the ingredients when we actually start making it, but it is a little alarming, and I'm going to see how these things actually kind of end up working together. I hope it works out very well together. I have suspicions that it might not, but we'll see where we go. As far as history, I really don't know. This is the only place I found that particular cocktail. So I don't know if it's a creation of Craddock. So it's clearly, at least dates back to 1930, possibly earlier, but I don't really know much more history, so let's stop talking history and let's start making cocktails. Okay, we're back and we have our ingredients. And right away you're going to probably look at these ingredients and be like, what the hell is that? So, first off, we're going to have our anise. So I haven't mentioned on the channel, I use anise a lot as a spray for glasses. And I actually use J. Rieger & Co.'s Absinthe. It's a little distillery down in Kansas City. I think it works really well for what I've used it for, and so I've continued to use it. Next, directly from very, very south of the border, we have our Anise Cortujo from Venezuela, and we have a brandy that is from Louisville, Kentucky. I would not have ever thought to put these three things together, but we're about to, so great. All right. So the one cocktail flavor that I have a really hard time with, and as you see on the channel, I'll drink Campari, I'll drink, I'll drink Fernet Branca, I'll drink all sorts of stuff. Anise is a flavor that I do have a little bit of a hard time with, and in this case, we have double the anise. So we'll see how this goes. We're going to start off, and again, equal parts. So we're going to use 1 ounce of our absinthe. We are going to use, so by the way, the original cocktail calls for Anisette. This is about the closest thing that I could think of that would probably fill that, fill that in. If you know more about what Craddock is talking about and you can think of another ingredient that I should have used, please put it in the comments below. So we are going to take the cap off first. It's the hardest part. And we are going to put in 1 ounce of our Anise Cortujo. And finally, our one non-anise tasting, somebody might spell that differently. Our non-anise tasting ingredient is going to be our brandy, and this is a Copper & Kings. I thought about using a cognac in this, but I decided not to. All right, we have our ingredients as they are in our shaker. Let's go ahead and get some ice and shake this thing up. So last week we had a low ABV dessert cocktail. This week, we don't. This is going to be a very high proof cocktail. Our Anise Cortujo is going to be, okay, so this is going to be 30%. Our brandy, I believe, is 40%, 45%. And our anise is going to be 67.5%. So, not a low ABV cocktail. Our lowest ingredient cocktail is going to be, or our lowest ingredient in the cocktail is going to be 30%. So, you don't need to worry about putting too much ice in there because nothing's going to freeze this cocktail, except maybe my body. Okay, let's give it a good pound and give it a good shake. All right, we're going to use one of our famous little martini glasses, and we're going to double strain this with some trepidation into our chilled glass. Well, I mean, that's about the color I expected. The brandy is bringing a little bit of darkness. Cortujo is bringing nothing, and obviously Our absinthe is bringing the green, so it is.
That's green.
It is green.
It is green. Hopefully I'm not after I drink it. So there you have your which way cocktail. So how are you guys doing? Just out of curiosity. You know, sometimes on this channel, you know, I'm talking about myself and talking about cocktails, and maybe I don't focus stuff on, you know, put in the comments, how you doing? And on that bombshell, no, I'm kidding. Okay, let's give it a try. Okay, there is a type of candy, and I can't think what it is. This is that exactly. Pause briefly to look up. It's Good and Plenty's. This is a Good and Plenty. So that will very much tell you whether or not you will like this cocktail or not. It is not as bad as I was afraid it was going to be. The one problem being I'm not really a big Good and Plenty fan. But if you like Good and Plenty's, this is like your favorite drink in the world. It is just that. It's not a particularly complex cocktail. Obviously the anise and the absinthe are doing the lion's share of the work. I think the brandy is tamping down sort of the worst natures of these other spirits a little bit. It's really not bad. I'm kind of shocked. I think Harry Craddock might have known what he's talking about a few things. Yeah, Good and Plenty. That's my tasting note. That's my only tasting note. That is a Good and Plenty. So if you like Good and Plenty, you'll like this, and if you don't, then you definitely will not. And on that bombshell, I want to thank everybody for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. Have a good drink. Have a good day. That is a fucking good, like,